Joe Biden's team canceled a Texas event after highway ambush by MAGA cavalry. I think the Trump supporters stepped in it this time. I don't think Biden needed to cancel the event. They're arguing that this put the bus in danger. And apparently they say, someone tried sideswiping a Biden volunteer. And my understanding is you've got some people have actually said it was the Biden volunteer trying to push a truck away. And then the truck's tires rubbed on the side of the car and nobody was hurt. I don't like the Trump supporters did this. They were in a bunch of cars surrounding the Biden-Harris van, all honking, and they're waving their Trump flags. But I also don't think the Biden team needed to cancel because there were a bunch of Trump vehicles in a parade. But before I issue any criticisms, let's read the story and actually figure out what happened here. Yahoo News says, Joe Biden's presidential campaign canceled a Friday event in Austin, Texas, after harassment from a pro-Trump contingent. Texas has emerged as a battleground state in Tuesday's presidential election, with polls showing the typically Republican stronghold now only marginally favoring President Donald Trump. The Biden campaign scheduled a Friday event in the state in a bid to drum up last-minute support. But when the Biden campaign bus drove to Austin, it was greeted by a blockade of pro-Trump demonstrators, leading to what one Texas House representative described as an escalation well beyond safe limits. I don't disagree. I don't think the cars should be you shouldn't just don't do this, The cancellation comes amid national anxiety about voter intimidation, a tactic the Trump campaign has implicitly endorsed. Oh, shut up. Come on. Implicitly endorsed. Look, a bunch of guys in their cars were waving Trump flags. It's not the end of the world. You didn't have to cancel your event. I'm not going to be one of these people. I'm seeing a bunch of Trump supporters saying, this is so awesome. Trump supporters, epic. Woo, we chased Biden out and stuff like that. And I'm like, nah, that's stupid. Let Biden go do his thing. Free speech. No heckler's veto. None of that stuff. But come on. It's not the end of the world. Implicitly endorsed intimidation, please. Historian Dr. Eric Cervini was driving to help with the Biden campaign stop when he filmed a line of pickup trucks along the highway, many of them flying Trump flags. The drivers were waiting to ambush the Biden-Harris campaign the bus as it traveled from San Antonio to Austin, Cervini tweeted. I don't know if it's this guy. I think it was this guy. But I'm pretty sure it was this guy tweeting like, this is exactly what the brown shirts did in the Third Reich. It's all happening. Oh, dude, I am so tired of all of this. My friends, I think I'm going to take like a 20-year vacation after, let's call it a 50-year vacation. How about an early retirement after this election? Talk about mind-numbing insanity from lunatics who think it is the Fourth Reich or whatever they're calling it. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go have a pizza and crack open a soda and watch some TV because I just can't wait for Wednesday. You know what's going to happen on Wednesday? It's not going to be over. I don't know when we're going to know it's over, but they are really drawing this out. And I'm getting to that point where I'm going to be like, so help me, I am going to take my van down by the river and go fishing. I am going to, actually, I don't need to take my van. I can just go walk. I'm just getting tired of everything. Fatigued is maybe not the right word. Burnout certainly isn't the right word. I'm more eager than ever to do work, to film new videos, to meet new people. But this is just, these people are so nuts. What do they need do they need medication? It's not World War II, dude. I don't know. Maybe Spanish Civil War, sure. He goes on to say, these Trump supporters, many of whom were armed, surrounded the bus on the interstate and attempted to drive it off the road, he alleged. Oh, no, they didn't. They outnumbered police 50-1, and they ended up hitting a staffer's car. Oh, my. A Biden campaign staffer told the Daily Beast that Trump supporters surrounded the bus on the highway and slowed down in front of it, attempting to stop it or run it off the road. The officials had a picture taken on the bus showing Trump trucks surrounding the front of the vehicle. Staffers on the bus called police, who helped the bus reach its destination. This is one of the stupidest things ever. Trump supporters should not be doing this. And why would you hand the Biden campaign fodder? Why would you do this? It's just so annoying. Video from the highway shows trucks surrounding the bus, at one point colliding with an SUV. Jeez. Well, we'll actually see what happened here. So we can see there's a bunch of vehicles. Someone said to me it was actually the Biden staffer that was pushing in on a truck, causing the problems. So far in this video, I don't really see much of anything happening other than people are just driving. Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. See, I don't know what this is all about. It looks like the truck pushed the car off, and the car got some scuffs from the tires of this pickup truck. This is some of the stupidest stuff I've ever seen, man. I'm just so sick of it. Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy who was like, Trump is bringing out his brown shirts because you see a bunch of people in pickup trucks. Shut up. Was it dumb of these people to do this? Yes, it's extremely infuriating. What are you doing? Leave the Biden bus alone. Man, I'm just so sick of everybody. To be fair, it's usually the left engaging in kind of Antifa style stuff. But I'll tell you this, man. I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Nah, man. I'm not into it. It's frustrating. I like it when you see the Trump rallies in their little cars, they're waving their flags and they're driving around these parades. Those are great. That's great. That's fantastic. I like it when the left goes out and protests and waves little flags saying Black Lives Matter. That's fantastic. But when you cross that line into some kind of act of aggression, that's where I'm like, nah, man. Now, I'll be fair. What the Trump supporters are doing here is not anywhere near as bad as what Antifa does. It's still annoying. Why? Are you going to... I don't know. I have no idea. They say footage from a CBS affiliate in Austin shows Trump supporters with signs and bullhorns surrounding the bus when it parked, with one person screaming that Biden was a communist. I'm so over it. Rep. Cheryl Cole, a Democrat representing nearby Pflugerville in Texas, Texas's House, announced that a Biden event in her city has been canceled due to the harassment. This is a first for me, but we just canceled a joint event in Pflugerville with Joe Biden. That's messed up. That's called the heckler's veto. Now, maybe the Biden camp is overreacting, but it doesn't matter. You shouldn't be doing things like this. The heckler's veto is when people threaten violence or harass or yell or shout people down. Not a fan. The Biden campaign's Texas communications director, Tariq Thofi, said holding the event would have placed Biden staffers and supporters at risk. Rather than engage in productive conversation about the drastically different visions that Joe Biden and Donald Trump have for our country, Trump supporters in Texas today instead decided to put our staff, surrogates, supporters, and others in harm's way. Our supporters will continue to organize their communities for Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Democrats up and down the ballot. And to the Texans who disrupted our events today, we'll see you on November 3rd. The Trump campaign, and often Trump himself, has encouraged in-person conflict. That's a lie. Everyone needs to shut up. Trump used the first presidential debate to urge supporters to act as poll watchers, a call that sparked concerns of voter intimidation. I'm so ready for this to be done. You are allowed to watch the polls. Poll watchers are a normal thing. That's it. They said that Trump was encouraging people to commit felonies when he said to make sure your vote counted. If the absentee ballot didn't come in, go and vote in person. Now they're saying the same thing. That's what they do. Donald Trump says, volunteer to be a poll watcher. And they say he's trying to intimidate Joe Biden's voters. And then a bunch of Trump people in trucks start honking and following this Biden van. And you're giving them everything they've needed. I'm so ready for regular whatever. I'm not sure normalcy is coming back, though. But I'll tell you, man, people need to just stop. People need to chill in every capacity. The most frustrating thing about this is that I don't want to see it. Trump supporters shouldn't be doing this. Again, not the worst thing in the world, but don't give them the fodder. Don't give them the satisfaction. If you can't restrain yourselves, if you can't hold back, they're going to use it all against you. And I know I can already hear it, but Tim, it's not fair. We didn't do anything. We're driving in trucks. Yeah. I know it's not the biggest deal in the world. Driving in a bunch of cars, waving Trump flags, no big deal. It's just in this instance, they are looking for any opportunity to smear. They ignore Antifa. Maybe it'll work, like in the sense that regular people know better and they're sick of the lies. They're sick of the propaganda and the manipulation. But I think this is the reason why disaffected liberals, moderates, politically homeless people are just saying they don't want to vote for anybody. It is. I know many Trump supporters might not want to hear it, but it's true. It's I don't know, man. Gives me a headache. I guess. I want Trump to win for a variety of reasons. I want peace in the Middle East. I want our troops to come home. I want critical race theory out the window. But I don't want people to be going out and engaging in this kind of stuff. I don't care the degree. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd call this a 1, maybe a 2. Antifa is an 8. The Michael Reinl thing was a 10, killing somebody. What do we got to do to get back to just going to the sports bar, having some wings, and watching the game? You know, I don't know if we can. I don't know if we will. I think we're going to see a lot more coming. I think it's silly that the Biden campaign canceled the event over this, but I think Trump supporters walked right into it. So whatever, man. I got one more segment coming up in a few minutes. Stick around and I'll see you all shortly.